My name is Katy West. I'm one of the co-founders of the Group of One. The Group of One, it's a site which is science and spirituality. It's a social wellness community. So that's what I'm presently doing at the moment. I've also done kinetic chain release, which is a protocol designed to correct a leg weight difference, and it brings the body back into balance in 10 minutes. I studied that in Scotland and London. I'm also a part-time barber. I work in a barber shop just locally. I live in Bristol, in the southwest of the UK. I've lived here all my life. I'm Bristolian through and through. I'm also director of the Drugs Awareness Campaign. It's a new organisation we've yet to launch. Basically what we do is we work in association with the ISCD, which is the Independent Scientific Committee on Drugs, and we work in, as I said, association with Professor David Nutt. So that's, we sort of create a platform, and they provide us with all the scientific facts to do with drugs, which is independent of the government. So that's something very exciting we've got planned, and it's coming up in the future. I am very, very excited to be a part of this film. The reason being, love does begin with me, that I do know. Unconditional love, especially. I've been brought up with unconditional love. My family, I was born into unconditional love. I've only really ever experienced conditional love outside of the family. So for the first part of my life, I was very much free to be me.
What was your experience of unconditional love, would you say, when you were a child? How was this expressed to you?
When I look back, because obviously when I was a child, I didn't know that I was experiencing it, because it was just what it was. But when I look back, I was a very silent child. In that I say silent as in talking. I did find it very difficult talking. But I was always laughing and joking. My family, we're very much, we love to have a laugh, and we love sort of joking. There's a lot of performers in my family. My mother, she's an actress. My sister, she's a dancer and singer, and she still is a dancer. My father even acted on stage as well at one point. They're still very much, all of them, into the performing arts. And also my grandmother, she lived with us as well when I was younger. So with me experiencing unconditional love back then, it was because of my sort of speech problem, which really, it actually wasn't recognised as a problem really back then, when I was very young. This is, I'm talking sort of, when I was probably 5, 6, 7, because that's really the time my earliest point I can remember. Let's go. My family, they all had, we used to love wisdom quotes, and each family member brought me something, always said, my grandmother was forever saying, and she wrote in my autograph book when I was little, when in doubt, don't. My mother used to say to me all the time, as long as you are happy, we are happy. No matter what you do in life, as long as you are happy with what you are doing, then we are happy for you. So they gave us they always gave me sort of their blessing, but allowed me to go and experience it to see whether that's what I wanted to do or not. My sister, she taught me to lead by example. I mean, you couldn't get two sisters like we were polarities, so we were completely opposite. Where I was silent, you couldn't keep her quiet. She's probably going to now. But anyway, she knows I'm speaking the truth. My father, he always taught me perseverance. That word perseverance, I think that was the longest word I ever knew up to about the age of 21. It is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Perseverance. So what with all those, those sort of concept lessons from a very, very early age, I've never sort of really forgotten those, and I use those to this day. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I can only really go on my relationship with sort of my sister and how my parents were with myself and my sister, because as I said, we were polarities, and I say were because we've become one since. We've come into balance with each other, and it's fantastic. Got a brilliant relationship now, whereas before, she was incredibly academic, did very well at school. She was one of those people that just didn't have to try. She just always did her best, and her best was always good enough. And she was a fantastic natural born leader, just absolutely amazing, and she was such an inspiration for me. Which myself, unfortunately, when I was at school, I tried my best and it was never good enough. But that didn't matter to my family. It was, I think my parents secretly enjoyed, just watching the two of us grow in our own unique and individual ways. And they kept their distance, but at the same time were always there. That they allowed us to learn from our experiences, but they were, they've always been there, and they're still there now. My parents are still very much together, and just celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. So yeah, so that was that's really that unconditional love from my family that I've been brought up with, is allowing me to experience life how I chose to live it, maybe, yeah.